9 law enforcement agencies are taking classes at the Washington County Sheriff's Office. It's crisis intervention training. They call it an important step in creating a mental health task force. Jessica Cha spoke with law enforcement about what they're learning and why this training is important.
Class is in session for 9 law enforcement agencies. Washington County Sheriff's Major Trey Burgamy says they're leading this crisis intervention team training to help tackle a growing problem: mental illness crises.
You have an average of maybe 2 to 5 a week. That's a lot in Washington County or rural Georgia.
Burgamy says in a crisis, law enforcement is usually the first line of defense. And if you're not trained to handle it, someone could get hurt.
You know, we were failing as a community, and that's what we're trying to get corrected, how to deal with mental health.
Last summer, a state grant gave Washington County Sheriff's Office $1.5 million to create a multi-agency mental health task force to help deal with these crises.
So whether it's schizophrenia or bipolar or someone depressed.
A week-long class, half covering case law, the other half will put deputies in real-life scenarios, teaching them how to empathize and safely deal with crises.
So in order for the co-responder team to be up and full running, we've got to have these deputies and officers CIT trained. And the majority of departments, they not even have one officer that was CIT trained.
Where's the 14th Amendment start?
Johnson County Deputy Sheriff Angie Pittman will be one of the first trained in her department.
I'm very excited. This is my passion, is mental illness.
Pittman helps inmates with mental illness and says there's a lot of it in Johnson County.
A majority that comes in is dealing with drug abuse, which then causes mental illness.
Pittman says these skills are essential to make sure folks don't get hurt and stay out of jail.
Jail is not the place for someone with a mental illness or having a crisis. We want them to be aware that we are getting the proper training, and we're going to take care of their loved ones to the best of our ability.
In Washington County, Jessica Cha, 13 WMAZ News.
Major Burgamy says Washington County is leading the effort to educate law enforcement on how to deal with all types of mental illness. In August, they'll speak at a crisis intervention training in Indianapolis. They have not created the task force yet, but it will include several counties.